So, welcome all. Let's continue our prayers of Chitraketu in chapter 16, that he starts to eulogize the Lord after seeing him. And he has got this opportunity to see the Lord because his guru, Narada Muni, has given him a fantastic prayer which he has very sincerely meditated upon. And therefore, the Lord has been very happy and he has got an opportunity to see the Lord. And he is espousing some fantastic philosophy that we've been discussing over the last 2 3 days. Let's see further what does he have to say in this regard in relation to how we have to live. We have to remind that Canto 6 is prescribed duties for mankind. Yeah, so if you can see here in the heading, we can see Canto 6 prescribed duties for mankind. So every story here is in relation to what we should be doing. Yeah, so that's what here he has now, at least yesterday, day before yesterday, he has talked about how a jiva has to follow regulative principles so that he reduces his karmic footprint at the lowest. Yeah. So by following regulative principles of no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, what we are doing is we are reducing our future karmas, which means that we are reducing the number of births that are potentially going to come to us, isn't it? Because every karmic action that we do generates a karmic reaction which goes and sits in our sanchit karma, and that potentially has the chance of making us take birth once more. Yeah, which means either we have to enjoy that benefit or suffer that particular reaction. We'll have to take a birth. If it all comes in this birth, great, but nobody can tell that because Lord Krishna says the intricacies of the law of karma are very, very difficult to understand. So when a particular karmic reaction will fructify, nobody knows. But one thing we all know now, because we've been reading the Bhagavatam and the Bhagavad Gita, that we can destroy our karmas. How? By doing pure devotional service. So that's what even Chaitra Ketu has been probably building up towards. He's now telling us first to follow regulative principles so that we can reduce our overall karmic footprint. And that's what yesterday we saw the point that he makes around reduced meat eating, so that we reduce that particular set of karmas on sitting on our head. Okay, let's read further. What does he have to say in this context? Yes, Priya Mataji can read this one.
Hare Krishna. Ata Bhagavan Vayamāduna Tvad Avaloka Parimrishta Shayamalaha Sura Rishina Yat Katitam Tavakena Katamanyata Bhavati.
Very nice.
Translation. Therefore, my dear Lord, simply seeing you has now wiped away all the contamination of sinful activities and their results of material attachment and lusty desires, which always filled my mind and the core of my heart. Whatever is predicted by the great sage Narada Muni cannot be otherwise. In other words, I have obtained your audience as a result of being trained by Narada Muni. Hare Krishna.
So that's what we can see as simply by seeing you. Yeah. So we also have the opportunity. All we have to do is follow Srila Prabhupada's instructions. Srila Prabhupada is our Narada Muni. Yeah. So we follow Srila Prabhupada's instructions, follow four regulative principles, sit and do japa every day without fail. Yeah. And we see the deity every day. We see the deity, the face of the Lord every day. What happens? We will also wipe away all the contamination of sinful activities. Their results of material attachment and lusty desires. Yeah, this is always, see, that's what he says, this always filled my mind and the core of my heart. That is what in our core of our heart. We are all very, very selfish people. Yeah, at the core, we only want our own sense enjoyment. Yeah, our own aram. Nobody should, yeah, I want to enjoy. And the I sometimes extends to I and mine. And therefore, we see our extension, our bodily extensions as also mine. And therefore, we try and ensure we fulfill their desires. Yeah, because through their desires, we find happiness or so called happiness. So, the I and mine is what is filled in the core of our minds and heart. Yeah, and that problem there is that causes us to do a lot of sinful reactions. Maybe it might also cause us to do a lot of good actions, which will get us good karma. Good karma means you take birth again to enjoy the benefits of the good karma. So for us, yeah, good karma is also problematic. In either case, yeah, all we have to do is whether you do good karma or bad karma, everything has to be done for the Lord's pleasure. And that is what here is the training of Narada Muni, which is being told by Chitraketu. That Chitraketu has followed the exact same process as is mentioned in the Naradiya Pancharatra. Yeah, and that's what one of the verses comes here. Srila Prabhupada mentions in the purport that what is the process, what is the perfect way. A perfect way is one must take lessons from the authorities like Narada, Vyasa and Asita and follow their principles. Yeah, and what is the principle? Ata Sri Krishna Namadi na bhaved grahyam indriyaihi. Yeah, that we cannot see the Lord grahyam indriyaihi with our own senses. Yeah, so what we have to do, we have to perceive the Lord, or we have to practice perceiving the Lord through the name of the Lord. Atha Sri Krishna Namadi. Yeah, that's what we have to do. We, with our blunt eyes and other senses, we cannot perceive the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But we engage our senses in the service of the Lord. In according to instructions of authorities, it is possible to see Him. Yeah, that is what the trick is. The trick is not to think that, oh, I can perceive the Lord and I see the Lord, I can hear the Lord. No, our eyes and ears are not are material. They cannot perceive something which is not material. The Supreme Lord is spiritual. So what we have to do, therefore, we have to convert our senses to spiritual senses, and that is done how? Through a process. What is a process? The process as described by our acharyas, by our authorities, that is the process of devotional service. Yeah, and as soon as we engage and start doing devotional service, automatically the sinful reactions at the core of our heart start to get vanquished. In fact, even by just having this desire that I want to chant the Lord's name, there's a beautiful verse that comes in, I think, one of the works of Jiva Goswami. I'll forward that particular verse. It is so beautiful. It says that as soon as the jiva starts to think, oh, I have to chant the name of the Lord, yeah, automatically Brahma becomes alert. Yeah, and he starts to prepare, this all the welcome samagri. He says, oh, this jiva is going to come back home. Wow, let me prepare. Let me start preparing. Why? Just by doing this desire. And then the person who is sitting on our shoulder, who's that who takes all our karmic reactions? Huh? Chitragupta. Yeah, Chitragupta, he's Gupta. Gupta means taking Chitra. Yeah, he's taking photographs of all the actions that you're doing in Gupta. That's why it's called Chitragupta. Yeah. And what is he doing? He starts to look at the toenails of this chanter with awe and reverence. Wow, this person, this jiva is wanting to go back home, back to Godhead. Let me, the word here there used is Brahma starts to prepare Madhuparka. Madhuparka is a welcome drink. Yeah. So he starts preparing that, thinking this jiva is now going back to God. So that is the power of just this desire that the jiva should have. So we should have, if we have to have a desire that, oh, I want to go and serve Lord Krishna. Yeah, that is the desire we should have, and automatically that sincere desire will lead us, because Lord is bound to fulfill all the jiva's desire, isn't it? So that's what we have to do. But unfortunately, what is in our heart, in the core of our heart? Me and mine. I want to enjoy. So that needs to be removed. Yeah, of course, now, like we said, we don't have to remove anything. We just to add Krishna everywhere. Yeah, so we don't have to think, oh, I have to stop bad habits. No, no, you don't have to stop anything. yeah, you start introducing Krishna in your life, automatically bad habits will go. Yeah. So like that, there is no force. There is no, the simple rule Srila Prabhupada introduced is have Krishna Prasad and do chanting. Introduce these two things in your life. Rest, everything will get taken care of. That's what he did. He used this fantastic formula to all of America. Yeah. And look at what he has achieved basically with this formula. Only Prasad, he would teach, he would give them this gulab jamuns, ISKCON bullets, they are called. Maybe ISKCON bombs they should be. Yeah. This just because by eating these gulab jamuns, people have become devotees basically. Okay, let's read further. Yeah, Aruna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. विदितम् अनन्तः समस्तं तव जगतात्मनो जनैरिहाचरितं विज्ञाप्यं परं गुरोः कियदीव सवितुरिव खद्योतेः.
Very nice.
Translation: O unlimited Supreme Personality of Godhead, whatever living entity does in this material world is well known to you because you are the Super Soul. In the presence of the sun, there is nothing to be revealed by the light of glowworm. Similarly, because you know everything, in your presence there is nothing for me to make known. Hare
So the Lord
Krishna.
is a super soul. He knows everything in and out. It's like by telling the Lord, "Oh Lord, give me this, give me that." It's like showing a glowworm to the sun. Yeah. What additional light can the glowworm throw? That's the analogy here. That because the Supreme Lord knows everything, yeah, we don't need to tell the Lord anything specifically. And therefore, what we have to do instead of telling him? We have to do prayers to him. Namastubhyam Bhagavate. Okay, let's see what this one is. Yeah, Pavan Prabhuji can read this one.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
नमस् नमस्तभ्यं भगवते
Bhagavate.
सकाला जगत स्थितिः लायोदस्येस्या
Very nice, very nice.
दुरावस्थिता तमा
Vasithatma. Very nice.
योगिना भिदा परम हंस्या
Hamsaya. Hamsaya.
हंस्या.
Very nice, very nice.
Translation: My dear Lord, you are the creator, maintainer, and annihilator of this cosmic manifestation. But persons who are too materialistic and who always see separateness do have eyes with which
Do not have
eyes with which to see you. They cannot understand your real position, and therefore they conclude that the cosmic manifestation is independent of your opulence. My Lord, you are the supreme pure and you are full in all opulences, 6 opulences. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisance unto you. Hare Krishna.
Yes, yeah. So now he is saying that, of course, one is you know in and out of everything. Also, you are the controller of the entire cosmic manifestation through creation, maintenance, and annihilation. Yeah, and many people think, oh, this material world is separate from the Lord. Yeah, because they don't have the eyes to see and understand this. And therefore, Chitraketu is calling them foolish. Yeah, that they do not see the Lord's hand in everything, in everyone. Yeah, and therefore, because he is supreme pure and full of 6 opulences, he is offering obeisances unto the Lord. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada talks about the atheistic men who think that, oh, everything is just a chemical reaction. Life has come through because of a chemical reaction. It's a combination of matter, and there is no need for God to be introduced here unnecessarily. That's the conclusion that they come about. But they do not comprehend that what is the accuracy of the chemical reaction that is required. Like, for example, if the water's pH, yeah, was slightly higher, yeah, life would not have been sustained. If the sun was, like 1 kilometer away from where it is, the position, life would not have been sustained on earth. Like that, so many combinations have to come together. Like we heard that day, Sheldon, in Big Bang Theories, I think somebody had put it uh, on this chat, how even scientifically you can prove that how everything is, perfect for life to get sustained. If one of the ratios was wrong, if g was not 9.8, gravitational force, the acceleration due to gravity was not 9.8 meters per second, then if it was 10 meters per second, the life would have been a problem. So imagine everything has to come, like not everything, like so many different factors have to come together in physics, chemistry, biology, that for life to get sustained. If one of them was awry, life would not be sustainable. So like this. So imagine what design this is there. So only foolish people and atheistic philosophers can think, oh, all of this has come by chance. There is this amazing anecdote, and I might have told you earlier, between Newton and one of the atheistic philosophers. Newton had created this model of the solar system, a wooden model. He called his carpenter. Yeah, and he told this wooden model has to be like this, like this. The sun, all the planets around the sun, and all of that. And he had made this carpenter had made this beautiful model of that. So one of the atheistic persons comes in and he asked Newton, wow, this is such a beautiful model. Who made this? Karke? So no, it happened accidentally. I one day woke up and suddenly this model was there. And he said, oh, you're bluffing. Karke. Maybe like, that's the theory you are also proposing, right? That the entire material cosmic universe has come out of nothing. Yeah, even if this small model somebody has to create, which means the entire cosmic model, somebody has to be creating that also, right? So that's the analogy that Newton has given. And therefore, people who think that the Lord is away from his creation or he is not the creator, are therefore considered to be atheist, considered to be foolish. They're considered to be lowest of men. Srila Prabhupada here makes this point: the supreme personality of Godhead is Paramahansa, or supreme pure. Whereas those who are sinful, being very much attached to material sense enjoyment and therefore engaging in material activities like asses, are the lowest of men. They cannot see what is so pure. Yeah, all of their scientific knowledge is null and void because of their atheistic temperament. Yeah, all of the scientific knowledge, in fact, should come to a conclusion that there is a creator. Unfortunately, they are kind of missing the obvious. Okay, let's read further. Yeah, Niti Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Ya Manu Vishvasrija Shvasanti Yam Chekitan Manu Chittaya Uchchakanti Bhumandalam Sarshapayati Yasya Murdhani Tasmai Namo Bhagavate Astu Sahasramurdhane.
Very nice.
Translation. My dear Lord, it is after you endeavor that Lord Brahma, Indra, and the other directors of the cosmic manifestation become occupied with their activities. It is after you perceive the material energy, my Lord, that the senses begin to perceive. The Supreme Personality of Godhead holds all the universes on his heads like seeds of mustard. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, that Supreme Personality who has thousands of hoods.
So now, interestingly, he is now referring to Ananta Shesha here. Yeah, and we have seen in our classic picture, yeah, that, and if you see down below, Ananta Shesha is here, and on his hood are all these various material universes, and there are so many of them that each one looks like one small mustard seed in relative sizing. Yeah, so many mustard seeds are there sitting and dancing on Ananta Shesha's head, and this is this Ananta Shesha that he is praying to, and he is looking at Sankarshana, as described by him in the previous set of shlokas that we saw. That's where his prayer ends, by the glorification of the Supreme Lord, by calling out that he is offering his respectful obeisances to that Supreme Personality who has thousands of hoods. So here he is referring to the expansion of Balrama, Sankarshana, in the form of the Shesh, Ananta Shesha, on whose head all the universes are dancing, just like mustard seeds. Okay, so that's where Shukdev Goswami comes into the picture. Let's see what he is saying. Yeah, Rashmi Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण श्रीशुक उवाच संस्तुतो भगवानेवम् अनन्तस्तमभाषत विद्याधरपतिं प्रीतश्चित्रकेतुं कुरुद्वः.
Very nice.
Shukadev Goswami continued, the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Anantadeva, being very much pleased with the prayers offered by Chitraketu, the king of the Vidyadharas, replied to him as follows, O best of the Kuru dynasty, Maharaj Parikshit.
So obviously the Lord will not go away after hearing all the fantastic prayers that are offered to him. Anantadeva, he is so pleased by the clear understanding and therefore he replies, Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Let's see what he says here, Manish Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Yannaradanging
Girobhyam.
Yannaradangirobhyam Te Vyahatam Menenu Shasanam Samsiddoshi Tayarajan Vidyaya Darchanachame.
Very nice.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Anantadeva, replied as follows, O King, as a result of your having accepted the instructions spoken about me by the great sage Narada and Angira, you have become completely aware of transcendental knowledge. Because you are now educated in the spiritual science, you have seen me face to face. Therefore, you are now completely perfect.
Perfect. Exactly. Such fantastic thing. The Lord is blessing him by the perfection that he has come about. Why? Because he has followed and accepted the instructions given by his guru. Yeah, gurus rather. Yeah, Narada and Angira both are the gurus in one way. Angira also through the benediction of Harsha and Shoka that he has given. And Narada Muni, who has come in and told him how to pray or what should be the right prayer for this particular time in that particular sense. Yeah, so that is why he has got perfection, because he has followed his guru's instructions. Yeah, so the Lord is also accepting this particular point. Yeah, so therefore here that's the Srila Prabhupada makes this line. He says the perfection. What is the perfection of a life? He says to be spiritually educated. So spiritual education is required. Where does spiritual education come from? Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. And what we have to understand Janma Karma Chame Divyam, the Lord's transcendental activities and his appearance. The existence of the Lord and how he creates, maintains, and annihilates the cosmic manifestation. That is his karma. All the actions, all the work that the Lord does. When one is in perfect knowledge, that is when love of Godhead can come through. How? Through association of the Guru and association of other devotees. That's when we can see the Lord face to face. So all we have to do is follow the instructions. Yeah, here here's what he says, Ata Krishna Namadi, the same verse that we saw earlier, that through the name of Lord Krishna. Yeah, what is impossible? Our indriyas to grasp the spiritual. It is impossible. Na grahyam, na bhaved grahyam indriyehi. Why? Because our material senses are dull, are like dull matter. But how do we get to the Supreme Lord? Sevon Mukehi Jivadu, by doing service, devotional service to the Lord. Yeah. Swayam Eva Spuratyada, internally through the Lord, through the heart, yeah, will give the knowledge to see him basically. That is the pastimes the Lord are revealed to. The Lord reveals to him. Lord gets revealed to him basically. This comes in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. What we have to do? We have to just follow the instructions of our Guru. Yeah. And when we get this salve of love on our eyes, the Amrutanjan there, that like instead of Amrutanjan, it's this Premanjan. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena santa sadaiva hridayeshu vilokayanti yam shyama sundaram achintya gunaswarupam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Yeah, beautiful verse from Brahma Samhita. Yeah, and which says that who can see the Lord? One whose eyes are anointed with a pulp of love. That's what he says. Yeah? That I worship Govinda, who is always seen by the devotee whose eyes are anointed by the pulp of love. And what is the form of that Lord? The form of the Lord is Shyama Sundara, and is situated within the heart of every devotee. And how, when does he gets revealed in the heart? When you follow the instructions of the spiritual master. What is the current for us? What is the instruction of the spiritual master? Follow 4 regulative principles and do japa every day. That's when we do that, automatically we will also progress in seeing the Lord. Then what does he say further? Let's look at one more shloka. Yes, Santosh Prabhuji can read.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Aham ve sarvabhutani bhutatma bhut bhavan shabda brahma par brahma mamove shaswati tanu.
Yes, Shabda Brahma. Yeah, the hearing, Shabda, is what we have to do. Okay, what does it say? Go ahead.
All living entities, moving and non-moving, are my expansions and are separate from me. I am the super soul of all living beings who exist because I manifest them. I am the form of the transcendental vibrations like Omkara and Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, and I am the supreme absolute truth. These two forms of mine, namely the transcendental sound and the eternally blissful spiritual form of the deity, are my eternal forms. They are not material.
So Lord is declaring here Shabda Brahma. Yeah, the Shabda Brahma. And what does he say? Obey two other things. What is the other thing? The form Bhutatma Bhuta Bhavanaha. Yeah, so both of them are what are the actual manifestations, expansions of the Lord, and we can actually see the Lord in them. Therefore, chanting, why is chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra given so much importance? Because the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the Lord himself, or the Lord is inseparable from his name and him. That's why he's the absolute. What do you mean by absolute? Absolute meaning the name of the Lord and the Lord are non-separable, are inseparable. When you chant the name of the Lord, it's actually the Lord is present there. And therefore, the purification happens because of this particular mantra is so much powerful. As is described here, Srila Prabhupada talks about that this name of the Lord becomes so powerful when it's done with on the platform of love. Yeah, prema pumartho mahan. One sees the Supreme Lord at every moment when he does that. And therefore, when one engages in devotional service 24 hours a day, which what does that mean? That in your mind, there is always something in relation to the Lord is going on. 24 hours, you're Krishna conscious. Tesham satata yuktanam. What happens because of that? Bhajatam priti purvakam. We do bhajan of the Lord or glorification of the Lord out of love. Yeah, then what happens? Dadami buddhi yogam tam ye namam upayanti te. Yeah, that the Lord automatically from within, jnana deepena bhasvata, gives knowledge from within about himself. That's what we read in our closing prayers every time. That what do devotees who know the Lord's supreme position do? They discuss about the Lord and they do bhajatam priti purvakam. They do bhajan of the Lord with lot of love and devotion. Automatically, because of that, the Lord reveals himself. And further, Srila Prabhupada talks about what does he reveal? He reveals the tattva. Tattva means the truth. Yeah, and the truth comes in 3 forms, 3 realizations. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagwaniti Shabdate. Yeah, that's what here we've discussed this verse many times. That the 3 realizations of the Lord are Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagwan. 3 ways in which we realize the Lord. Yeah, and one who understands Bhagwan comes, includes Brahman and Paramatma is the real understanding of the Lord. Yeah. So, I mean, what is the time? 9:07. Okay, let's stop here at this particular halfway through this purport. It's a very long purport, very beautiful purport, lots of points to discuss. Let's do that tomorrow. So let's close for the day. We are already out of time. Any quick comments or thoughts? No? Okay, great. So then let's close for the day. Closing prayers. Yeah, Chaya Mataji can do closing prayers.
Yes.
Go ahead, Mataji.
अहं सर्वस्य प्रभवो मत् सर्व प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां बुधा भाव समन्विता मच्चिता मद्गत प्राणा बोधयन्तः परस्परं कथयन्तश्च मां नित्यं तुष्यन्ति च रमन्ति च तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन मामुपयान्ति ते तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थमहं ज्ञानजं तमः नाश्याम्यात्मं भावस्थो ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता अहमेवास्मेवाग्रे नान्यद् यत् सत् परम पश्चादहं यदेतच्च यो अविश्येत सो अस्मयहं ऋते अर्थ यत् प्रतीयेत न प्रतीयेत चात्मनि तद्विद्यादात्मनो मायां यथा भासो यथा तमः यथा महन्ते भूतानि भूतेश्चा चेष्वनु प्रविष्टानि तथा तेषु न तेष्वहम् एतावदेव जिज्ञासयं तत्त्वजिज्ञासुनात्मनः तिरेकाभ्यां यत् स्यात् सर्वत्र सदा सर्वदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, everyone.
Krishna.